What is going on here? My hair is like, poof, look like a dandelion gone to seed. All right, there, that's better. Hello, everybody. So I was tagged to do 3 things on my bucket list. And I was actually tagged twice, once by Life with Patti, and the other one was Minimalism by Anne. So I guess I get to do 6 things on my bucket list. And the 6 things that I have are pretty much my whole bucket list. So anyway, some of them are pretty exotic and some of them are pretty simple. So without further ado, let me share my bucket list with you. Okay, one of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time is I want to see the Northern Lights. So that's one thing. They have these really cool, I've seen them on Facebook and stuff, where they have like these igloo cabins where you can sleep under the stars and then you can see the aurora borealis, and I think that would just be so neat. The only problem is I don't like the snow, so I'm thinking I'd have to go up to Nova Scotia or I don't know, Finland or Iceland, you know, one of those countries up there to see them. Now, every once in a blue moon, they claim that the Northern Lights will come down as far south as Lake Erie, and they actually did appear in October of 2011, but I didn't see them. I missed them, and I don't think they look the same as they look up there. So, but anyway, that's one of the things I want to do. Another thing on my bucket list is I would love to take the Napa Valley train and go all through California. I've been to a lot of states, but I've been as far west as the Grand Canyon, and it's beautiful country. I went 2 weeks with my parents. We took a trip out to the Grand Canyon. And one of my favorite states actually on that trip was New Mexico, which I know Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma, she was just saying she was originally from New Mexico. Beautiful state. So I would like to take an RV, take my dogs, take my honey, and just travel from where we live all the way to California, and then take the Napa Valley train down through California. I think that would be so awesome. So another thing, this one's a biggie for me because I've wanted to do this for years, but I don't have that much money, I don't think. Well, I know I don't, but I always thought it would be very cool to be able to spend a whole month in Fiji, around the Fiji Islands. I've been wanting to do that forever. Whether I get to it or not in this lifetime, I don't know. But I think that would be an awesome thing to do. So that was 3. Another thing on my bucket list is, and I am working on this, I'm just kind of, you know, going at a snail's pace, but I would like to make my home my own personal resort. And by that I mean everything has a place. The house should feel very zen, and I'm not talking about minimalism or anything like that, but just to be surrounded by the things I love and not a bunch of stuff I don't love, and you know, be able to cook some gourmet vegan meals and have a glass of wine and sit out on my deck, and I think that would be awesome too. So I am working on that piece of the bucket list because that I can do. Another thing that I want to do, and this is actually has to do with learning, but there's 3 things on the learning that I would like to do. One of them is to learn pottery. I'm talking about throwing on a wheel. I did take a class on it, and I made a few things. I made a couple mugs and a platter, and but I want to learn how to throw on the wheel. And I was actually gifted with a small potter's wheel. A friend gave it to me. She was getting rid of it. And so I have the pottery wheel, I have the kiln, I have the clay, I have some of the glazes. Now I just have to learn how to use all this. And with the kiln, it's different than when I make fused glass. Fusing in pottery is a little different process, but I can't find any classes around here where I can actually learn to use my kiln. So that's on my bucket list. I would like to learn photography. I've always enjoyed taking pictures, but I don't know too much about the f-stop and the saturation and all that, so I really would like to learn more about that and get a decent camera. Right now I use my phone mainly, and I have a video camera that's just cheap, and I wasn't real happy with that, but it's usable. And then when I was younger, I did take French in school. I took a couple years of it, but I didn't pay attention like I should have. So I muddled through, but I would like to learn French. And I already speak German and English, so I kind of always wanted to go back to that. So anyway, those are some of the things on my bucket list. And I would like to tag a couple people. And I was going to tag Carol over at Plain Vanilla Grandma, but somebody beat me to it already. I already watched her video. I would like to tag Susan over at Susan's Vintage Life, Beauty and More. I would like to tag Karen over at Simple Healthy Living with Karen. She lives up in Canada. Check her out. She's got a nice channel. She does a lot of chats, and she's a really nice gal. I like Karen a lot. And I would like to also tag Nancy over at Ash's Treasure, Homesteading and Gardening. She's a very sweet lady too. She loves to comment, and you know, we have conversations back and forth, and I really enjoy that. So check her out. And one more, this gal lives over in Australia, and she has a very nice channel too. She talks a lot about different things on her channel. Really lovely, beautiful gal. And her name is Michelle May B. Zesty Girl. So, you've been tagged. Anyway, that's my tag, and those are my shout outs. And I will also put their links down below. And I think there was something else I wanted to talk about, but for the life of me, I don't know what it was. Anyway, that's all I have today. It's really cold here. We had a frost last night. It went down into the 30s. So I did manage to salvage a few of my potted plants and brought in my pottery, because that's going to, if I don't. So I have to get all those cleaned up and put a little dish detergent in the soil to clear up any bugs if there are any, but it's getting cold. Anyway, that's all I have today, and this was a fun tag. I enjoy doing tags, so if anybody wants to tag me on anything, feel free. All right, my friends, I love you guys. I wish you abundant blessings. Go do something fun enjoy your life, and I'll see you next time.